Hey folks, this is Scott at the X-Bed Homestead. Well, today I have a bunch of different little jobs to get done. We're expecting snow possibly tomorrow night. So there are a number of things I want to get buttoned up before the snow comes, if in fact it comes at all. It might be rain. But we need to get ready for those eventualities anyway. So let's get to work. Well, the first thing I want to work on is the timer in the chicken coop. I keep my chickens with a light during the winter, and if they get 14 hours of daylight during winter time, they'll continue to lay. If they don't get that much light, because it gets dark so early, they'll stop laying for the most part. They'll pop out a couple eggs here and there, but they won't keep the regular pace that I like. And since I only have them for a couple of years at a time for each flock, I like to put the light on. So the timer in there broke. I usually set it for about 3 a.m. during the winter so they get 14 hours of daylight. So I bought this new timer, as you can see here. It was like 39 bucks, 36 bucks, something like that. Simple set in-wall timer. The one I have right now is an analog type device. It's hardwired into the chicken coop, but it doesn't work anymore. So the egg production, now that it's gotten dark, is going down a little bit, and I want to make sure my chickens keep up with the pace that I eat eggs at. So I'm going to install this, and we'll see how it goes. Well, here we are inside the chicken coop. We've got the water and the nesting boxes over here. And if you look inside the nesting boxes, you can see back there, there are 6 eggs I got today, all in this particular box. So they're way in the back, so the way they're rolling down the ramp is working for me. Those rollaway nesting boxes are great. And I did a video a while ago on how to retrofit your nesting boxes so that they become rollaway boxes. I also did a video on putting in a dust bath, and that's a combination of dirt and wood stove ash. But the main focus today is the timer here. My timer right here is near the door, and it's just a dial that you turn manually, and it has pins in it that set the time and click off the mechanism so that the light in the ceiling will go on, and it's hardwired in. The way I get electricity to my chicken coop is every year I run an outdoor extension cord here for the entire winter. And I've been doing that for the 15 years or so that I've had it. Every year I say I'm going to dig in electrical, but I never do. But I'm sure I'll get to it in the future. Anyhow, this timer is essentially the same thing. This new one is the digital version, and I think it'll just be easier to deal with. So let me run outside, and I'll shut off the electricity by unplugging the entire chicken coop, and then we'll get to work replacing this. Now with the coop unplugged, we can get to work. Well, I thought these had a different kind of connector. It looks like they were pushing connectors, and they're not coming out easy. Hey, easy. So I think I'm gonna go in the house and get my wire strippers. I could do it with my knife, but I'll use the right tool for the job, and I'll be back here in a second. Well, I have my wire strippers here. When I came back, all the chickens were back outside, so I just took the feed cover off their feed bin and put that in front of the door. Hopefully that'll keep them out from underfoot. But let's get back to work. I'm going to clip these wires off and re-strip them. The one thing I can appreciate about this particular device is that the directions actually come in large font, so you can actually read them. And they have photographs instead of these cheap drawings, so you can actually understand what's going on. So the My Touch Smart folks, the tech writers, they did a great job. All right, so I've got my line, load, neutral, and ground in there. And so now I can get it back into the box and hopefully we'll be in business. Well, originally, many years ago, my brother-in-law wired this place up. And he did a heck of a job. I was looking to get a plug, a light, and that was pretty much it. A plug for the heater and the light, and maybe a light switch. And when I came back, he had an automatic timer for the light. He had a switch over here with 2 outlets over there, and then over in the corner here, he put 4 outlets. And there's an outside light outside, so that lights up the yard. So yeah, he did a lot. There is a lot going on in this box. Well, before I throw it in there permanently, I'm going to turn the power on and make sure everything works. Sounds like a good idea. Well, we've got time and we've got lights. And if you look up here, let's go on and off. Now let's see, the current time is 12:15. So now we got to figure out what times we're going to set this for, and I did a little calculating, and it currently is dark between 4:30 p.m. and 6 a.m. when the sun rises. So that gives us 13 and a half hours of darkness and 10 and a half hours of light. Well, the chickens need 14 hours of light in order to lay eggs steadily, so they need an extra 3.5 hours of light. So if I turn the light on at 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., that's 2 hours, and then from 4:30 p.m. when it gets dark until 6 p.m., which will be their bedtime, then that should give them 14 hours of light. So let's plug that in to our electronic timer here. Now that all the blue lights are on, if you can see from there, all the little blue lights are on, which indicate that the programs are running. Well, you can see that timer's installed. All the lights are on. So it's got power running to it, and we'll be checking it throughout the days to see how it's working. But hopefully we'll get a couple more eggs out of the chickens each day because I installed this timer. Well, Working on that chicken coop automatic light timer was a great little project. It's going to give me a lot of eggs during the winter when otherwise the chicks wouldn't lay that much for lack of daylight. But since they'll have 14 hours of light a day now because of the timer, they're going to keep on laying. And I'm really looking forward to that. This is Scott at the XFed Homestead. We'll see you next time.